you have been, that you have supported in the past, that you have spoken about in the past, at a time, if your language and your tone begins to change, then there is, you'll be suspected. You'll be suspected. So there is one of our comrade, is a comrade from here, IPOB UK, by the Deputy National Coordinator of IPOB UK in the name of Dr. Onyeko Ekekwe. This is an interview. Most of us have listened to this interview because when it was released some days ago and the thing went viral. A lot of people listened to it. A lot of people shared it. So I would like us to reflect on it before I get into something I want to touch this evening. Let me see if I can start it from the beginning.
How Nigeria judiciary is compromised. It is only in Nigeria that IPOB is prescribed. That tells you a lot. IPOB exists in over 100 countries, and no country has prescribed.
Okay, this is everything that is so clear to each and every one of us. Our stand, our relationship with the international communities where IPOB exists, because so many countries, I heard is over 100 countries IPOB is all over the world. When you get to country A, you must find IPOB groups there. Country B, country C. This afternoon I was reflecting. I was saying in my mind, this is the glory of IPOB. What is glory? Ebube. Ndibo will call it Ebube. You know, when you see some of this, for example, this splinter group that wants to attach to IPOB, there is something they saw in us. Even a lazy man always like a made up, a built up, already made. They don't want to start from the scratch. IPOB has built a name. It's not only building a name. We have a glory. What do I mean by that? An organization that is well established in different countries, over 100. When you come to Spain, you have different units in IPOB. You go to Italy, the same. Germany, the same. UK, the same. US, Canada, everywhere. Asia, Australia, everywhere. Middle East, you will find IPOB. Is the glory of IPOB. Is a glory. So according to this, our comrade, the UK Deputy National Coordinator, he's trying, in this very interview, he's trying to relate the greatness of IPOB and the judicial error of proscribing IPOB. This is what is so clear to each and every one of us. All over the world where we find ourselves, we have been operating freely. Up to today, even despite Nigeria illegally sentenced Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which terrorism, according to them, is included in the charges. All over where IPOB has existed, such illegal judgments pronounced on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has never been extended to IPOB in different nations where they operate. So this our comrade bringing this up. I see it as a bare challenge on the Nigerian government. Because how the law works, a leader of a group, you abducted, you extraordinary rendition him, you detained him, finally you judged him, sentenced him. In the real world, or in reality, that pronouncement on the leader, in the real sense, should have been meted or distributed to all the countries or to IPOB wherever they are, all over the world. Because this is the leader that you said he is when you mad in the terror. That alone should have automatically made the operation of IPOB all over the world as in the terror. And it would have a kind of triggered a total ban on the operation of the movement anywhere, any country in the world. This is the law. But because the world understand the standard of judgment in Nigeria, they understand the illegality in the Nigerian judiciary. That is why that pronouncement against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains there. It never crossed the border. It remains, it is being confined within Omotosho's court, within that Sokoto, within Abuja, or Gafehode. Because such pronouncement has never affected IPOB all over the world. So this is the context this our comrade is bringing us here during this interview. And he went on again to talk about Ikberima Simon Egba. He said again, let's listen to him again.
Even in Finland, where Samarepa was convicted, is not prescribed. Even as IPOB member, Samarepa was never an IPOB member. Samarepa, in the true sense of it, was a Moro. If Samarepa was indeed an IPOB member in Finland, and Samarepa is convicted today, he's convicted in Finland of terrorism and affected IPOB. Do you think IPOB will continue to be registered in Finland?
Okay, now, remember the Onyoshi, though that Onyoshi, his own is even, it doesn't even relate to what we are doing. But why this our comrade is using his own case as a scenario here is to let the world know that that criminal has nothing to do with us. Because in the actual sense, this is Finland now, this is Europe, it's not Nigeria. And this criminal was the one that claimed to be the leader of Biafra, whatever, or the spokesperson, or whatever he calls himself. But his conviction in Finland did not affect IPOB Finland. Remember, this is a criminal that claimed to be the leader of Biafra, whatever he calls it. So this our comrade is trying to a kind of bring out the glory of IPOB, projecting our glory to the world. How lawful we have been practicing, conducting ourselves. Ekberima did his own. He never affected IPOB. But you know why? Because IPOB, we did what we did in order to safeguard and protect the movement. Had it been that we did not follow that steps, it might have affected IPOB Finland as well. Because the law says this is your leader, as he claimed. Once a leader is convicted, the movement he claims to lead will equally be affected. But because the criminal is not part of IPOB, his conviction never affected us. So this is the content. You know why I want to speak on our glory, on our achievement. Many a times you hear some of these moles. I will call them mole. I will call you any name you deserve. Because your operatives, the way they behave and speak, shows they are. When I hear some of these moles asking, what have you achieved in the last 5 years? Before you ask what has the leadership achieved in the last 5 years, I would also like you to ask, this leadership you are asking this question, is there any handover given to them? Because before you judge a person, ndị Igbo will always say, before a jụọ nwatakịrị ma ọ jụọ mmadụ kedu ka o si azụ ahịa, at least there should have been a time that some capital we are giving to him to start up a business. Then, with that capital given to him, you can now question him. What did you use that capital for? What is your gain? What is your profit? How did you handle it? In the case of IPOB leadership, I would like us to always have it at the back of our minds that up till today, these people took over the control of IPOB 2021 without any handover. Today, people has been ranting diplomatic engagement. These people ranting about diplomatic engagement, what have IPOB achieved in the 5 years? You should as well first of all ask, the people that started diplomatic engagement some years back before they took over, did they hand anything over to them? Were any handover? Because each time a person takes over power or takes over a control of a thing, at least no handover. Say, this is where I stop. So take over and continue. I'm laying foundation here. In the case of this IPOB leadership, there were nothing like handover from 2021 till today. When you were bragging about diplomatic engagement, what of the previous ones that we were told that happened some years back? Were there any handover to these people? Because before I ask you, where have you gone in terms of diplomatic engagement, I should have started from the beginning to ask you, what kind of handover did you receive from the previous diplomatic engagement? Because a lot of money we have spent. Were you guys handed over where to take over from? Somebody like me, I will always put such things in my judgment before I judge you. I want to know, and when they handed you over, when you were handed over, how did you then start? And where are you now? This is how I do my judgment. This is how I do my judgment. That is why some of these guys are these guys are on a mission to attack and destroy. I have said this before and I will repeat it again this evening. This guy Darlington, I call him Oriego Anyajado. But I am saying it with an evidence. Evidence of Ndi Sendegachala Yego to give to Unye Kunso, which he embezzled. Darlington called me 11th of April last year, 2025. When I saw his call the first time, I refused to pick it up. Then that call came again the second time. I decided to pick this call. The whole discussion, the mission this guy brought to me, that the DOS needs to be attacked and be brought down. This conversation with him lasted more than 1 hour. More than a conversation for more than 1 hour. Why I'm saying this, for you guys to understand, today is a planned deal. They did not just wake up overnight and start this. I am telling you what happened last year, April. It's going to 1 year now. Darlington called me. I have never known this guy or had anything to do with this guy. Why he decided to make that call to me remains very unclear to me up till today. Oh, what they have been doing that I am beginning to put one and two together. The whole purpose and the discussion of that call on how to bring the DOS down. When he made that call to me, he said that there some members of the DOS that are not doing it well. Then I asked him who and who are they and what are they doing. He said he mentioned about one or two. Then I asked him, what did they do? He keeps on going round and round. Then he responded to me. He told me that we are not going to be calling all of them, because what he wanted me to do is to join him in this attack against the DOS. Of course, I'm not. He will listen to this broadcast, or if he's not here, he might be here listening to me. And I even have evidence of that call. I don't record people because I see recording as a sabotage. Before I record you, I'm going to get my record for you to be aware. I don't record people, but an evidence that he made a call to me, I have it. I have the evidence. I have said this before and I am repeating it. Why am I repeating it? In case some of you that don't understand the mission of these guys. What you are seeing from these guys, they came to steal, to destroy. This is what is unfolding now. You would have imagined a man that spent 1 hour on the call just to convince me to tell me the reason why I should join to fight the DOS. So when he mentioned one and second person, he mentioned among the DOS. Then I asked him, what have, just tell me, you those things against the struggle. Tell me, give me reason, because you cannot just call me to join you in an attack against the DOS without giving me evidence. That's what I mean here. This guy could not tell me a single thing. And I'm warning her before God and man. Darlington Okpale is the chupu. I don't know other names. Soji could not tell me Ihos Nandi DOS. I am telling you, this happened on the 11th of April 2025. Then I use a structure to give him as an example. I told him, look, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not around. These guys are the people in charge. If we begin to attack these people, he told me no, it's not going to be all of them, not one after the other. Then I used a structure to give him as an example. I told him, when you see a mighty structure, pillars ibuno, all pillars ibuno. Then I use an example because he told me it's not going to be all the DOS that will be attacked, not the selected ones. So I used an example of a structure. I told him, if you destroy one pillar that is holding a structure, that the whole structure will go structural defect on the building. It might not collapse the structure, but the structure will go, comma. Then, according to him, from the way he was analyzing it to me, awesome that is not going to be all the DOS, not gonna select her one after the other. Then, Musia, I have watched him in the last 1 year, 2 years. That is almost the whole DOS, or not the whole, at least I have heard him talk so much about up to 3, 4 of them. So I was asking him then, who and who then are you planning to spare among this DOS? Because I have heard him talked about A, B, C. Then, who are you going to spare? And beside, I am still asking you, can you tell me what these guys, those ones you mentioned, can you tell me exactly what they did against the movement? Before God and man, Darlington could not tell me anything about what these DOS people he wanted us to be attacking did. Munia Bahalia, I tried to explain to him. I told him that I would take easy because he decided to call me. I tried to explain things to him. Why do you want to do it? You have no reason you could present, not even on a personal ground. As a person, more what they have done against the struggle, that he wants to destroy them, that he wants to bring them down. More than 1 hour on the phone, this guy could not say anything. He keeps on going front and back, until at a time he saw that he cannot convince me. He decided to end the call. More than 1 hour. Why am I saying this? I posted something in the morning today. 3 of them, their names were mentioned last year in Italy. Before God and man, I was in that Italy event. When that announcement was made, but as they go by, I started to see the reason why this man, why these 3 guys. It was him, Metusele, and Nkana Chalugo. Many of you know today could see what these guys are doing. Why I'm bringing this? On a mission. Today. When these guys started 2 years ago, what they were presenting to us was not favoritism. That the DOS are doing favoritism. They favored the king and hated them. It was all favorism. At a time they graduated. Before they started that thing, I saw where these guys were going, and I made a post. I said, Biafrans, be on alert. Some of the media warriors are out to destroy this, to attack this leadership. Oh, nka ono na akpa Philomena. Nkesi ya na ede ihe. That amebo Elochukwu Ohagi. That was when Mbemuna Elochukwu follow out. Elochukwu came over and started to respond and telling me that I'm raising a false alarm. This is a false alarm. There is nothing like that. I should pull this post down. Then I asked him, why should I pull it down? That I know what I am saying. All you guys have been cooking up are cooked up stories to attack this leadership. Because now somebody like me, I do ask questions. Anything I don't understand, among the DOS to ask something that they have not explained to me. Anything I am not sure, and I do my investigation to find out, is this true? When they started the issue of that favoritism, I did my investigation. And I found that Niha is not true. Thank God, oh, this our comrade, evangelist Mada Buchuku. He is the one, because he's a good lecturer. What transpired in their group. That what these guys are ranting is not exactly what happened. They lied against the leadership because they knew none of them can come out to dispute what they are saying. Now, they don't talk about favoritism now. They have shifted ground. They shifted ground that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that the leadership wants to overthrow. Leadership wants to hijack. They hated Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now go agubugo Mazi Nnamdi Kanu na prison. Now Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not being taken care of because they are some of you, if you are not careful today, with the amount of lies that are coming out from this guy's mouth, if you are not careful and strong enough, you might be deceived. Because they have been guarded with different manners of lies. And see, how bagahali now? Put this side, or that one doesn't go well. So this is what has been going on. Now, they are a kind of telling you now, IPOBs, Rising Sun and Ambassador. And they have continued to use diplomatic engagement now. Because they always go with what people will like, with what people will buy. To tell you now, the DOS are not doing anything. When it comes to diplomatic engagement, no, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu nozinime, David, Rising Sun, and then no hours, Wundenagazi diplomatic. I made a post yesterday or day before yesterday. This splinter group Sahana Akmaha. Do you think if these guys have something to bring, if they have what it takes to bring Biafra, that they will be looking for IPOB? Natural instinct says that man is greedy. Naturally, every man likes glory. Or now, if these people have what it takes, they will not be looking to hide under IPOB to achieve that. They would have gone for it and got it. And they will remain a celebrity as far as Biafra land is concerned. So how what they want, and this is what Kanunta and the siblings has been, because go IPOB, they have gone round IPOB. The whole attack is being targeted on a way of pushing the DOS by the side. Now, that's why they are now introducing another group that knows about diplomatic engagements. No, how some ones will tell you those ones are rich. They go America and their richness. And this group you are telling me, they are retired militaries in America. They're not on pension. Those richness, Hannah Sanyon and the rich, where did they get such wealthiness? From ego pension or what? These are the kind of what they have continued to present in order to shift this DOS by the side. last week, they told us na again one announcement on Wednesday, and we waited for them. Because Monye Zipulozi and Donye Wetelozi would have collected. Because you want to away people. I told you that now the dumb are beginning to speak. The dumb are beginning to speak. For the fact that people knows what is going on and where all this problem are springing up from. All Kanonta siblings that decided to make it Kano's thing. That's why we have continued to shout it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, with all due respect, you know we respect him, we honor him. And you make a supreme leader. I have never in my life called somebody supreme. When it comes to supreme, I always refer the attribution of supremacy only to God. But in respect and honor, we attributed it to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But that doesn't mean that we are so stupid that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will now rise and begin to impose on the people what we know that is not right. Many people will fight it off, including me. That is why we have continued to spell it out. If there is any plan to bring in Avid, to bring in Rising Sun, somebody called them unknown gunmen. Sorry. In a way, it is true because the members of this group, we don't even know them. There is something they have been, some of these small group mushrooms are posting. The only people we are seeing there has remained only 5 men. 5 men who for pot bellies. Ghana Sanya Wakwanda Anachi with their own Biafra. The same thing, the same style, because Ekberima came with speed. And I most will go pictures. And well, Undocha Machashihike and Hoadehe. And all got to them. They will snap pictures and they will bring it out. Ekberima is on a diplomatic engagement on Afia. Up till today, we have not seen the effect of such moves. And this is the same thing. People will always say, no, because they knew many of us once Biafra. And you choro Biafra and Ketan and Cage. That is why you wele diplomatic, hey, na, on our behalf. When actually, it's far from the truth. It's far from the truth. Now, because I saw Kanonta made a post. Why I want to go back to this woman? That is release woman. Sorry, I'm going to be touching on that woman. She's our wife, I understand. I got married here because she's our wife. But on her, I got of boundary. Also, Israel or whatsoever. She should not cross her lines. One thing with us, we don't look for anybody's trouble. If there is any way you think you can work to get Biafra, it's well accepted. In fact, when you do it, all of us will clap for you. But anytime we see a handwriting that you now wants to use that thing to undermine the work of what others are doing, then it wouldn't go down well with us. So on Wednesday, we saw the Rachel woman. They call her Rachel. As an all diplomatic or general Israel. He's been speaking with the parliament, and at a time they decided to talk about us. So, but yesterday, it was in the morning, I found out, I heard that lady, Rachel, this thing we saw her doing, including the one up at her name, and the one she's been writing and posting on her wall, there are people that are psyching her up. These guys are on a brutal attack against this leadership. Anything they can do now to destroy DOS leadership, destroy IPOB, these guys are ready to execute it. That Rachel of a woman who is so close with can I have this guy Biafra that spoke from more in South Africa. There was a time he was broadcasting on a radio Biafra. Somebody, his Facebook account is Mikel Obi. Ikechukwu Onoha. Remember, Ikechukwu Onoha fell out with Kanu and the siblings, and he started to work for them. That even the parallel radio they open is this Ikechukwu is the only broadcaster there na Ipob na that radio up till today. So the information says that Ikechukwu and Rachel are friends. They are close. So now the people working on this Rachel includes Kanontaha, the siblings, and this their gang. They are now speaking through that woman Rachel. That is why we continue to hear her making some unnecessary utterances, unnecessary posts on her work. Somebody will think, somebody commented, oh, maybe she doesn't know that this is IPOB, which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu late. But she knows everything. This is a woman that has been briefed, a woman that has been told what to be doing. There is a post she made, this Rachel of a woman. Okay, the one she made yesterday. Okay, she said, yes, Wanya is something else. This woman is something else. One of our media warrior made a post, and he said, Israel stand with the Biafra people. And this Rachel went and went and shared that work. But this is what she then wrote on top of it. She says, yes, Israel stands with Biafra, but it has nothing to do with the DOS. Now, the person that made the post never referred to DOS. But this Rachel keeps on telling you, yes, but it has nothing to do with the DOS. And she continues, she says, please, mister, I worked very hard and mostly alone to get to this stage. DOS was not involved in any way. No, it's not this one I'm looking for. There's another one where he made a very worse, he did a very bad write-up there. A pure write-up of is somebody that is underused. Somebody is using her to spew out garbages. Where is it? Where is it? This woman. Okay, yeah. She said, she made this post 6 hours ago. She said, for a while, I kept saying the word soon. I kept saying soon in all my posts. Now I can tell you, this is another present given with love, respect, and hard work. This is a present for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB, and to all Biafra supporters. As I said it on my last video from the King side. This is all for you to see and witness. This is an official document of our parliament. You can see the word IPOB on line 5. Okay, now this woman, I'm coming to the next thing she said that I am not happy about her. You know, this woman, this very document here, which was discussed about in the Israeli parliament. This is a presentation from IPOB to this Israeli parliament. The name of IPOB is attached to this. Even in this, I don't know what they call this thing, like a logo. I don't understand their language. In that presentation, in that document, you can see IPOB written there. This is to tell you and tell this woman bipolar, because she has continued to say, this is my handwork, this is my achievement. But the thing you are calling your own achievement, yes, we do appreciate your contributions, but you used our name, and it's not only you. You worked with IPOB Israel. On that Wednesday, it was you. Even that Rachel said it with her mouth, that thanks to IPOB coordinator, when she was referring to Mazi Obilo that speaks on the radio Biafra. Mazi Obilo was with her, representing IPOB. You have worked with IPOB officials, using the name of IPOB to undertake a project, and at the end you continue to refer such a project to as you. It's my work, it's my hard work, it's my thing. This is how selfish people speak. Because her problem now is not only that she's being used to demonize the DOS, she's appearing very, very selfish. You use the name of IPOB. If you knew that you would have get this done, why did you ever involve or worked in conjunction with IPOB Israel? Why was the name of IPOB used in the first place? The discussion, some of you must have seen this. This is the document that was discussed in this release parliament. And it says IPOB. We don't understand the language, this release language. But we can see IPOB. And Rachel herself is telling us. Rachel herself is telling us, you can see the word IPOB on line 5. IPOB is now represented officially and constantly at the Israel seat of power. Why on earth is the name of IPOB doing here? You know, I started by discussing about the glory of IPOB. The glory of IPOB. Our glory goes with an organization in different continents, different countries, operating freely with no restriction. There is no security of any country that are pursuing IPOB members, or that are banning or prohibiting IPOB activities in any country. We have built a name that when you talk about IPOB, the Israeli parliament understand this is about a people, indigenous people of Biafra. It's not Rachel Nwosu. Madam, it's not you. It's IPOB. Because when now you are beginning to attribute it, it is my work, it is my effort. Why on earth did you use IPOB? Why on earth did you carry on the IPOB Israel? You would have done alone, achieve it alone, in the name of Rachel Musu. You knew IPOB is a group well recognized, acknowledged in Israel, in different countries. A known group, a known freedom fighting group that are being marginalized, that are going through persecutions, that the world is now looking into their directions. That is the name you carried, and you drew the people, the members of IPOB Israel. At the end, you now wanted to remove DOS because you have been told to do so. You've been told to undermine their work, to undermine their position. And you are telling us, look at number line 5. You can see the name of IPOB. Why did you use IPOB? And you keep on telling us it is not the work of the DOS. As far as I'm aware, IPOB Israel is under the Middle East part of IPOB. They are under Mazi Nnamdi. They report to Mazi Nnamdi. I did my investigation. That is me. I asked questions. When I started seeing this on Wednesday, I called somebody to ask, IPOB Israel, are they still with us or no? I was told they are still with us. They are with us. They are under the leadership of the DOS. They are working under Mazi Nnamdi. Mazi Nnamdi gives them directives. So how on earth is Rachel now being used to tell people that the DOS are not involved? You couldn't point on the document to tell us this is the name of Rachel Musu. Because if it is your work, as you claimed, you should have been bearing Rachel Musu and not IPOB. That is what the criminals have been doing. Oh, Ekberima did the same. He wanted to defraud people, but he needed a built-up name. He needed a group with glory, a well-known, recognized group. That is what Rachel wants to do here. You cannot take, I don't even see any glory here anybody should be claiming. I see these things as selfishness. You are talking about an eagle speak here to parliament, and now you want to claim it. We have not even seen anything happen. No. In a jealousy. We have not yet seen anything. So I don't see any glory here this lady wants to claim. In Israel, have they taken any move? Has any action been taken? No. When you come to UK here, IPOB UK, we have over 600 members of parliament in UK. In the last 5 years, IPOB UK has written to the whole MPs in UK up to 2 times. Not only writing to them, we have gone on campaign of going to our individual MPs to speak to them directly about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The MP of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we have gone for protest there. We have written to her a number of times. We've raised and created awareness to all MPs in UK here. This number 10 Downing Street, in the last 5 years, if we have not delivered letter straight to that door, that's number 10 door, we have delivered more than 5 letters to UK Prime Minister in the last 5 years. Do I talk about protest? There is no glory anywhere yet for anybody to claim anything. That is why I know this woman is not walking alone. Man, I hear me, I contradict the things on you. That is why in Joanna drew yesterday, well, bipolar. Does she have some mental problem? You keep on saying the DOS are not involved. But if you're some IPOB, you worked with IPOB coordinator, you worked with IPOB Israel, and you can see the name of IPOB on number 5. Not the name of Rachel Ngosu. These are the coordinated activities of Onehaha in order to undermine the work of the DOS. You know, when we talk about the attack on these people, it's not like we are raising a false alarm. Why we are even saying it is not that these guys can do anything. No, they can't do it. But we needed to let some of you, just the way Egberima deceived some, in order to let people know this is what is going on, so that you guard your heart and never be deceived. If you are only again Kana or Darlington, and we better all manner of blackmails and lies, Uji for Behewega, especially against Mazi Nnamdi, all manners. All manners. If that guy has not talked about you, you will not understand his level of lies. Okuga about me in Jewel Malo that Nonya is nothing but a blackmailer. I use my own to know. That is another man liar. You can see no change go. This is not the way this guy was some years ago. Chine phone deteriorate. Wickedness. Level of weakness. What Egberima could not do. Ya onye rijuku half. Onye angoni hiti. Somebody that cannot have good breakfast in the morning, that wants to fight the leadership. Somebody that has no contribution. You know, there are people I got concerned each time they want to rise. You see somebody that makes no financial contribution to a group. You see somebody, when a group calls for meeting, it's not in any unit meeting. He doesn't register presence anywhere. In any unit meeting, any zone meeting. It's not that you are going to see him tomorrow in a rally or in a protest. That such a person is as irrelevant as anything. Because without you, the movement keeps moving, striding. Because in any way, we feel your absence. And I can say in a monthly deal, and we can say in a month that for your 20 or 30 pound in a with them. More one age protest, I seen a one person I be her protest. All these things, you are nowhere. Fix. All of you. And do I talk about in case in our Chalug? He's not even a member. In Kewu Metu Salah. Why am I even mentioning this guy's name? Why should I be mentioning your name in this broadcast? Oh, that needs to be because you guys are irrelevant. You are all irrelevant. I shouldn't be mentioning your name. So, Rachel Nwosu, you cannot claim something that has the name of IPOB. This is what I would like this woman to understand and learn. A bad woman. No, and she's been surrounded by evil people. Ike Chukwu Onuoha, Kanunta Ezebiro, and so on. There are the people now pushing this woman into diverse mistake. You cannot separate DOS from IPOB. And Israel that she's making a lot of mistake. IPOB is currently being led by the members of the DOS. Let Rachel Nwosu be made aware. If she's been briefed to tell people that the DOS are not involved, they have deceived her. They have lied to her. And they have pushed her into making mistakes. There is another one this woman wrote. There's another one she wrote. Let me look for it. Let me look for it. Let's see if she has deleted it. Okay, yes, I've seen it. Now she's talking to Patrick Ikem. They have recruited her into saga. She said, she wrote this yesterday. Mr. Patrick Ikem, stop writing lies. The DOS we are not involved at all at my project. You see, she keeps on referring the project as at my project and my achievement. Okay, look at now, Akbawagi achievement, something that is not yet realized. She's already referring it as her achievement. At the Israel Parliament, I am behind this project, and I gave my time and my effort. 12 hours every week at our Parliament, plus hard work at home for months, just to get so far. DOS could do such a thing in Europe. Now listen. Saga. Rachel Nwosu is now being recruited into saga by Kanunta Kanu and their cliques. She said DOS could do such a thing in Europe and in other countries, but they did not. They should do such thing in Europe and in other countries, but they did not. Probably this woman has not been following the activities of IPOB. All these things have been what she's been briefed to be saying. Because I'm sure she doesn't even understand the operations of IPOB. She mentioned this Europe. She might not even knew the countries IPOB is operating in Europe. She might not even know the activities of IPOB in Europe. To her, she thought it's only going to Israel's parliament. Not only her. She went with IPOB members in Israel. This is the achievement of IPOB, which she accepted. The document stated IPOB, meaning it is IPOB Israel's hard work, which can never be excluded from the work of the DOS. Whatever engagements IPOB UK makes here, it is made under the watch of the DOS. That is the operation, that is the structural operation of IPOB. But now, Rachel Nwosu is now trying to make it her own work, my work. Yes, my dear, we appreciate you. Thank you. You devoted your time, just like every other members of IPOB are devoting their time, their money, their resources, their energies, engaging in one activities or the other. That's exactly what you've done. It doesn't make it your work. We don't operate that way. We don't work that way. And now you've made it worse because you are now engaging in saga as you've been recruited into to tell people that, God, this one sounds like what Kanonta told you. It sounds like what Kanonta normally would say. That the DOS would have made it happen in Europe, but they did not. It's to tell you now when you're trying no man know well. So no well bipolar, don't blame me. Probably she's not following up. Aware the number of time IPOB has engaged in different diplomatic engagements within Europe. She cannot believe it. This the EU, the Brussels, we have seen pictures, including Mazi Nnamdi always going there. How many times have we gone rallies all over? There is no country in the last 5 years IPOB engaged in massive protests. Initial time, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They deliver letters all over. You cannot tell me at any time any of the parliament or any of the places they deliver letters, anytime they speak, then one single person will jump out and begin to say, this is my work, this is my effort. This is not the way IPOB operates. So Rachel Nwosu, these guys are now hiding behind you to speak. And what you are speaking is not in order. It is contrary to the way IPOB operates. You worked with IPOB Israel, which you admitted. So why then are you making it my work, my work, my work? DOS are not involved. They should have made it happen in Europe. Israel is not saying that it has happened. Have we seen anything in Israel yet? That they talked about it does not make it that it has happened. I've mentioned UK here. When we were writing to MPs here, at a time, there are 2 MPs in UK Parliament that raised the issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But it was swept under the carpet. You cannot tell me when such happen, then somebody somewhere will spring up to say, this is my work. I am the one that sent the letter. It is my work. It is me. It is me. My dear, that's not the way we operate. Don't let yourself be used by Kanonta Kanu and the rest. Ikechukwu Onoha should not deceive you. Don't allow them to deceive you. So this is the work of IPOB. You cannot separate IPOB. You cannot separate DOS from IPOB. Anytime you are trying to do it, the more you are exposing your stupidity. Because we know who leads. DOS are the leaders of IPOB. You can't separate them. You can't tell us that they would have made it in Europe to happen, but they did not. These are the things. And she wrote this yesterday. And other countries, but they did not. So as a media man that you think you are, think and check. So my dear, don't allow them to recruit you, because Haga like now to be using you. Their mouthpiece in Israel. Saga. Because they want to position saga men and women all over the place that will be attacking the DOS for them. But what have the attack done on them. Some months ago, the one they called Osoji, the criminal that embezzles widows' money, there was a time he was saying that he would deal with Mazi Nnamdi, that at the end, nobody would be left on his page anymore. When he said that, I look at, because he said the 111,000 followers Mazi Nnamdi had then, that by the time he finished with him, that is going to remain only few people. From that time he said that thing, Mazi Nnamdi has gained more than 40, about 30-something thousand followers added since you said that thing. And not only that, what I could see, that page has more engagements now comparing to when she made that statement. At the time I had one confession that he said that he doesn't sleep in the night, so that something came and troubled him. And the next day he started to look for one native doctor. Why wouldn't they pursue you in the night when you only lie and blackmail? Somebody is calling. Oh, Mazi, I'm using this phone. Okay, let me call you on this one. Let me call you. Oh, let me call you on this one. He's one of our leaders, and he's the one in charge of Mazi, I'm calling you. You can pick up now. Hello, Mazi. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Okay, but I'm online.
Yes, that's right.
Okay. Sorry, the phone you called is the one I'm using for this live. So you can now speak on. You are in.
Okay. There we go.
Oh.
I saw what you are analyzing, which is very, very wonderful. You know, sometimes the leaders will not come out to be challenging Yadik and Abasaga or Anabawo. You know, our people, I will say this on your platform so that it will be on record. People will go and listen instead of coming to ask questions. You know, these people have been trying to make a problem where there is no problem. The people that did that work, whether they want to turn that woman around or they want to force her to say what is not the truth because it's a white lady, I'm not going with the document. It's Kanu and the siblings of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is their job. They speedily take that video and share it to everybody to claim the thing, which is no problem. We are not fighting with them. It's an effort. But the question I want to ask Biafrans now on your platform is, how many people in that Israel have got a political asylum since it's their personal effort? How many people in that particular place? The coordinator, the national coordinator, immediately they pick Onion, they pick that guy. That guy suffered until they send him back to Nigeria. And what have Israel done to us? What help have they given to us? Which everybody is shouting Israel parliament. My dear, do you know how many parliaments who have gone to this Europe, even outside this Europe? Have they seen any of them in the social media?
I know.
The international law, if you like, let them take it. If you say it seriously on air, that you want to support the divide of a country, when you have a problem, let them go and Google it. If anybody that is important in Israel come out now boldly to say, I want Nigeria to divide, you have a problem. So let them stop. The only thing I know, Biafrans, is you see this thing now they are doing, wait for the fundraising. They will use it and they collect diplomatic levy from all of you. 300, like I always do. Just wait for it. This is a trap. This is a trap. You see this thing they are doing, don't worry. This is for the fundraising of tomorrow. That is where they are waiting all of you. So keep on giving them money without being informed how things are going and what happened and what transpired. The DOS might not come and tell you, they will not come and be explaining because it will look as if the attack is going to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But all of them know what they are doing. But in all, we are focusing to get Biafra. Nothing can change it. Anything anybody wants to do, I'm here to get the Biafra. I'm not here for somebody. I'm not here for somebody. Even the DOS knows. Any of them that fuck up will come against them. What you want is Biafra, not an individual. Everybody has contributed in one way or the other, sacrificed in one way or the other. How many of them, since they are carrying this, how many of these people have remembered people that died in Afar-Ukube, 28 men? How many times have we remembered those men? Can anybody call in here and tell me the name of one person that died there? That is young, brilliant men, young men that lose their life there. And we don't talk about those words. We don't talk about the equation. We don't talk about every day we keep on one story or the other. One story or the other. Blackmailing everybody. Blackmailing because of money all the time. Money. I don't know why, what is there. Can they come and give us account of this money? They are every day, dollar. No, Mazi, any money owner these guys has crumpled will be asked about. You know, recently they have kept on to lie that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was left without being taken good care of. And we keep on asking, over 700,000 euro in the account Nnenayanya is managing. What happens to that money? No, this is the accountability we are going to make request of.
Yeah. I think she did a broadcast 3 days ago, or 3 days now. Everything, what he's talking there is money. The money they remove in Italy. The money they remove in Germany. the more than half a million that is there, she's rich, they collected. She's not talking about it. He's talking about it, the small money they still send to them in London, which they went there to mess up. She and the calendar. And mess everything up. They will not come and tell you people, they are still the one that gets the last money that is there. The chicken change that remain. Do you know the meaning of sending euro to that place? It will decrease to that place you are living now. If you send €1 there, it will come to 80 cents or 70 cents. It will not be complete again. But when you see this man lying on social media boldly, you will know that these people are evil. I swear to God. These people are really evil. Because I don't know where these US have gotten it wrong, where these men are. I don't know where they gotten it wrong. These people was blackmailed immediately they got to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. These men were suffering, and they are the ones that showed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. At the end, God survived them in that particular area. Now, we never knew that the siblings of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu were behind this epidemic. Today, all of them have come out openly, including people that was with Simon Epa now to be attacking the
Yes. Oh, there is autopilot now supporting them. I'm aware of it. I know.
All of them are autopilot now. All of them. Because the only body you see attacking this leadership now, go and monitor the so much is people who have never contributed them for the past 5 years now. Because the only life we have to support only in the internet. They are where you bring money, you will not see them. Just 1 naira, you will not see them.
Okay, Mazi, now because their latest now is use of diplomatic engagement to tell us DOS, just like Rachel echoes as well. Not only Rachel, they've been saying it, and they are members, all of them, that what diplomatic engagement has the DOS done in the last 5 years. Now,
why would the DOS do any diplomatic engagement? Is it not the same DOS they have left behind?
No, but that's where I started. I started to ask them. The hundreds of thousands of money that we are being paid to US lobbyists for diplomatic, is there any handover up to today? Where this DOS handed anything over, and we'll only hand it over to them. Say, this is where we stopped in our lobbying. Then take over. These guys, we are left without any.
Ask them this question. Ask them this question. Since the arrest of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, have them come and tell us where they stop with our leader?
Not at all.
Yeah, we stop with this. Okay.
Not even a handover of any money. These are the guys that started without anything.
That thing they are searching for, they will get it. And I swear to God, that thing they are searching for, they will see it. Working in there. You see that thing they are calling for, they will see it from Biafra. Not from this leader, because in the Atala, believe me, see this. These people are very young. I swear to God, some of them are over 60 years. All these people will be insulting men. If it is one-on-one without this Biafra, can any of them see me at road or see any of you at road who walk anyhow? Because we are searching for something that is important for everybody. And where's the people now back right here and then make caricature? But I got wish here. When you see this thing, we must get it right. No matter how small we are, we must get it right. But this is not the kind of Biafra they promised us 10 years ago. We are seeing another different thing now.
That's yeah. Well, thank you for your contribution. Yeah, you mentioned something, because all these things, because Kanonta has been always money. So probably because I have continued to say it, their presentations now with the diplomatic engagements, or Avi, the rising sun. They are the ones that will bring Biafra, including my Rachel Umusu. I had this Rachel Umusu, from Israel. That is why they keep on. Now, each time they introduce it, they will tell you DOS are not involved. They should have done that in Europe. Avi Nando to how we be telling you. These are the criminals. When you hear about IPOB money, hundreds of thousands of dollars, all this group of criminals, Madamo, Kedaha, Nkenezezo, Kedaha, somebody will calf. That woman. Oh, how I wounded deceive Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I don't know why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu always get attracted to evil people. And on has he doesn't fight off from evil people. They always magnet him and always using him. I will say it to him. They're attracted to evil people so much. And on has he never fights off from evil. That is why he keeps on falling. Hey, we look at not falling into mistake. And then you give money to Avid. Give money to Avid. By telling us give money to Avid, are you telling us that no IPOB now should be relying on going to Avid? You know what? Each time the most problem now we experiencing is being caused by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And I'm keep on repeating it. Most people will always tell you Kanonta. Yes, Kanonta are the ones sowing the seed. They are the one initiating and bringing ideas. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu keep on accepting and buying those ideas and running by it. And don't want to go and we problem now with people. happy. That is why I take a decision, I take it, I hope they are bad. See, I'm not me. Because we don't belong to him. Yes, he rallied people. He assembled people. Because we heard what he said. He called people to come and work for Biafra. Come and work for yourself. And not come and work for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He even said it with his mouth that Biafra struggle does not belong to him. Odumegwu Ojukwu, have we ever heard or seen any member of that family coming out to tell us no their brother or their husband or no their father initiate Biafra whatsoever? You dare not bring such. Neither should we tolerate it from the Kanus. Each time I call Kanus, I include everybody, including the siblings of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That's what I mean each time I call Kanus. IPOB does not belong to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It does not belong to the siblings. He cannot at any time impose on us the way Kitanya na red. To come and impose anything on us anyhow. Look at the same that you have to work with Savid. Also Savid, why can't we work with autopilot? But we work all with Owazurike. And they're not talking about Biafra as well. But we work all with Kedahanka na Koyeliha na UK. Why can't we work with all of them? All the splinter groups. Let's work now together. Work Mandruhi, Mandara. The way we are now, we are not in that level. Anything now, we will accept it and swallow it. Fact, he put the hell. He wanted the backlash immediately. He wanted because men are not happy. Most challenges are you go look at. Oh, problem musina Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Immediately and we have no other thing open so project give a Benima to come and speak. Meanwhile, you have men that have been in Radio Biafra speaking for years. Ndika hadizi himma. Aka amworo ogwe ikpede na no cha dokaputo nwanyi. Ana emakwa asikwa video na, and these are the same saboteurs that supported the Benima. We saw some of these groups speaking on the platform of Ekperima. Madam Bridget Okafo used to host Ekperima. Ekperima used to host her. She used to speak on the platform of Simon Ekpa, including the Kedahaya or the only sin Ken David, the only sin Kendi Hena. We all saw the kind of support they rallied on Simon Ekpa. These are the people that are saying, IPOB, I got to go for this stage. Was a supreme leader. Or was it supremacy? You cannot impose on people anything you like. That is why I jihad. Because I made an announcement and I became with the announcement. You can cast na Edozia was the head of we are waiting for that. Don't know people see how. Things should be done recently. Actually run an organization. We are even calling the Biafrans to come and join IPOB. You cannot be inviting any Biafra kita to come and join IPOB. You know why no Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu weje chogu, no bata ha no nya una ebu ekbere nana. It doesn't work that way. And I notice most of this sendala, all these people are born and breeded in the gutters and are champion all these things. These are the village champions. Umaka nogasina village mosquito na ata and na malaria every month. It doesn't work in this part of the world where I have been for more than 20 years. Anytime the respect and the trust people have on you begin to dwindle, a problem. Because even away people, even when they mad. Somebody wants to call me. Mazi Okenna. Okay, Chukwu, I saw your this thing. Do I have your number? Biafran child. Biafran child, I don't have your number. I would have called you. I didn't put my number. Okay, how do I put my... Okay, there's a call coming in. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the program. Hello.
Yes, hello, my sister. Dalu, I'm calling from Georgia.
Okay, yeah, welcome. So.
I can see the anger in you. I mean, you have every right to be angry. You understand. Sometimes this can be very, very frustrating. You know, when you were saying something regards to that kind of remind me. Even that time our leader was still around. That was he let himself get confused too, or convinced by that about enter Biafra. If you could remember that, there was some money that was given to him. That idiot had the money, if you could remember.
Yeah. Okay, Egon Kenya also allow the platform. They enter Biafra.
Exactly. And then can you after the Kobo going at that time or whatever. So there's so many because they know the own way they have to sometimes a lot of people do things, to him. And he just always soft heart. With him here, sometimes I don't even know. So people take advantage of him. I can understand the frustration, which is true. Because when you go and we kind of he just let him do what they have to do, because of course we are all fighting to make sure that we'll get Biafra. So because of that word Biafra, a lot of people come in with their whole evil intentions without him knowing. And then when they do it, they get away with it. Just like what in Georgia. So these are the things that sometimes we remember all of this is very frustrating. Look at how she held up to that amount of money we're talking about. The thing is, I'm being honest with you. And then what actually made me to even call was because of that lady you were talking about. The lady, about the Israeli lady. When they put itself without IPOB, or then I don't know it's not even possible.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a coordinator over there, which is the coordinator of Israel. I'm sure the person should be able to tell her, listen, man, anything it shouldn't even equal anything to exempt the Jews. Jews shouldn't front themselves in order for them to be involved. But I'm sure everything that should happen, everything that happens over them, after everything we get for, so nobody should be given a call in the first place.
Yeah.
I'm flying with Biafra. You want to Biafra? It's not a Chago to be very honest with you. I'm not a Chago, but as long as we have not achieved Biafra, all the things are any line in it, it's a waste of time. Regardless of whoever it is, you know that now. My want to be Biafra. It's a way is rubbish. Now, the nature about us, yeah, is it a good development? Yes, it is. But I want to Biafra, no. Because I don't really care about social media. And I believe that some of our writers or whatever, it might not be her that even wrote that. I'm sure this Shia, the Kanus have manipulated that to write, and she pushed it out there. You understand? So you know me with us now. We will not give nobody accolade until we achieve Biafra. I'm only calling Biafra. I said I choke, but then we're both our freedom.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. Yeah, we are not We are not trying to bash on her. Yes, we know that she tried. Likewise, many people have been trying by taking steps. But doesn't it take a step? Makia doesn't mean that you have achieved it. Yes, we would like it to be achieved, but it's still very far away. So I have a long way to go. And then we now say, this is me. It's me, it's my achievement. It is me that worked it. And yet you are telling us, look at line 5, you see IPOB. I did it with IPOB Israel, IPOB coordinator. I know that you are being used. They have recruited you into their saga. Israel branch saga mistress for Kanonta and his cliques. If all look out for it and you forget about that you are our wife. I heard the husband died, that the husband is an Ipob. Yeah, we appreciate you for having the courage and the nudge to support Biafra. But don't allow yourself to be used, especially what is not right, in order to undermine the people in charge. Yeah, we saw the handwriting and we know it's not right. We know somebody is behind it. But don't allow yourself to be used. Otherwise, you start to get the backlashes. People are not happy. People are not happy. Biafran child, I don't know, I always forget to put my number. But if you want to call Biafran child, let me see if I can pin this number. Okay, I'm going to pin my number, Biafran child. You can call me if you want to. Let me pin my number. So, Biafran child, I've pinned my number. You can get it from there and call me, or any other person that wants to contribute to the program. You can call me and air your view. If you are in the contrast, if you are among the people that are saying otherwise, you are free to call and tell us your reason, because it is the same reason I was asking Darlington on 11th April 2025 when he called me to tell me that we must have to bring DOS down. The questions I asked him, he couldn't answer. He couldn't give me the reason why he wants the DOS to go down. Out of wickedness. When you look at his face, signs of wickedness you are looking at. I keep on saying it. That guy is likely to die young. He is likely to die young. His level of wickedness is alarming. That guy will kill. That guy will kill. That we kept quiet known is not because we knew that you guys came to disorganize. You came to distract. That's why when you are making noise, we don't want to join you, because that's what you wanted. Chaos. That's why we kept quiet. It's not like we don't know what to say to you guys. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the program.
I'm coming from Ireland.
Okay. Okay, welcome, sir.
Yeah, what I see right now, this is autopilot 2.0.
How?
So, but they don't know guys who don't keep Baswa, you know. And let me tell them,
IPOB are very angry. we are very angry. Anybody that is coming with their distraction right now, we are very angry. We don't miss it for that person. So that is what they have to understand. And we know where they are coming from. Because one is this, we have a structure. And that structure, once you want to put your leg on that structure and kick it, we know you are an enemy. So there's no two ways about it. That structure, once you want to kick that structure, to kick it, you are an enemy. So we will not miss it for you. So I like what you are doing. Continue what you are doing. But I want to inform Biafra that we are angry and we are focused. And that this Biafra we must get. And this Biafra is what we want and we must get. It doesn't matter who is talking. It doesn't matter who is distracting us. It doesn't matter what people do. We have our focus. Biafra, and that is our destination. Nobody is going to distract us. Wanda, did you see it?
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for your word of encouragement. That's our comrade from Ireland. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's what we are saying. Since we discovered that your plan, we will not allow it to materialize. That is why we'll keep on to stand behind this DOS. When you are telling us they have not achieved anything, which we knew, even this diplomatic that they are not coming out to make an announcement. At least I knew they have been going places. I'm aware. I am telling you, God knows I'm not lying. This present DOS are engaging diplomatically. As men of wisdom, something that is not yet due. What is the essence of announcing it? What is the essence? That is why the former mayor of US, Mike Arnold, many of us are following him. There was a time he was advising us that we are talking too much. That we keep on bringing the issue of Biafra restoration, that we are not presenting our case well. What the US, according to him, that we don't need to put words into their mouth. That was when Mike Rydemore made that announcement that they are not coming to divide Nigeria. So Mike Arnold was telling us because we are talking too much publicly. There are things that are not being discussed in the public, especially at an immature stage. You are dealing with people with millions of dollars. Nigeria that can spend 9 million just for lobby to stop the mouths of the lions. You want to come out and announce it. Now, it's one of the mistakes of the past. And that is why the need for change in the strategy comes in. Because you are in a battle with people that are richer than you. Nigeria can go. They have money. They can lobby. Even those people you are going to speak for you. They can even sort them out. Go one after the other. Before you know it, everybody will shut up. That is why it calls for wisdom when it comes to matters like this. Man, senseless people like all these elements we are seeing online. Hey, what have you achieved? What have you achieved? These are the people that came into media. These are the people that cannot even pick one topic and analyze for you. People that behave like touts. Aboro Jenga. People like Achalugo that knows only how to shout. How to curse people. somebody that cannot express herself well, somebody that cannot even pick a topic and treat it, analyze the topic. Hey, what have they achieved? Somebody is calling. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the program.
Hello, good evening, madam.
Okay. Hello, Biafran child. Welcome, sir.
I just want to greet you for your work. Some people don't understand that IPOB is an institution. And that is exactly why I keep on telling people. IPOB is bigger than Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as it stands today. And some of our people don't want to learn. But believe you me, they are going to learn in a hard way. We are here. You see, sometimes when I ask people, some of them will come out and begin to tell the gullible people that because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, people join Biafra Restoration Project. And I tell them that no, it's not about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's not about Biafra Restoration. The reason why people join Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is because of Biafra, not because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
But that's true. That's true.
I am a die-hard supporter of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and DOS 1 million times. But people have to understand that we are here to ask questions. A lot of our people we are so beautiful. I tell you this. I don't lie about this. I keep on saying this to every one of them that if I knew that the Biafra Restoration Project is like a family business, I will never join this struggle. I will never in my life. I joined the struggle because we see the struggle as for all of us. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu also said that IPOB have the minds of their own. I don't know why some of our people don't want to learn and understand the ethics. I am here from the day one. I understand a lot of things. Through Nayanya, through Kanu Takanu, when they want to make me a deputy leader to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to silence Nnamdi. I am the one that leaked the secret. I have been in a lot of meetings that some of them don't even have an idea what is going on. That is why I said, even though the code of conduct, I have to talk about the code of conduct. That code of conduct has to be rewritten. They have to rewrite it again because that is not the way it is. And how did I come to know the code of conduct? After the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is when the code of conduct began to surface. When Kanonta began to tell us that it's only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can be put and replaced. Who does that? In an organization that is bigger like this. In an organization that a lot have died in this struggle. Our brother said about 28 people died in Afghanistan. It's more than 28 men that died in Afghanistan. Only the name that you always hear they will mention is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and your sister and the Jack. Nobody knows the other name of the people that died in Afghanistan. Some of them have forgotten that a woman they kidnapped because they said that is working with the IPOB, is cooking for IPOB. Where is that woman today? They have died the woman in prison. Nobody is talking about that woman. Nobody is talking about most of our people that are still in DSS dungeons. Some of our people that have died in this struggle. Nobody wants to talk about them. But they are here playing blame game, trying to make us now that we are nobody. But I am telling them, the one that these people don't understand it like. During the time of Mushoka for me, so that is a different ball game. And they will come again and telling you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu put all these leaders when he was in Kuje. Some of them don't understand. During the time of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Kuje and now are not the same. IPOB have grown beyond one person. You understand what I'm saying? So I want them to know that sometimes they will also ask you about the achievement. I don't want you to go in there before. If I go there now, they will begin to ask you, are you attached to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? They think that I'm coming here to look person's face. I have gone beyond hero worshiper. I have gone beyond Zundu. We ask questions. Just, I know that some of them will not ask the questions, but I am here. I am here to ask the questions. The achievement of IPOB since 2021 that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in Kenya, they'll be able to get justice for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in competent court of appeal, discharge and acquitted. That is achievement. But some of them don't want to talk about it. We also went to Belgium, European Parliament. I was there 2 times after the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I was in Geneva. I have led a protest here in Germany because of the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And somebody now will turn around and begin to tell me that Governor Mazi Nnamdi Kanu no to accord that. And I want them to remove that mindset from them. They should take it away. Because even on I don't even understand if these people don't know that Mazi Chike doesn't is a son of somebody or father to somebody.
Our Taliananko. Our Taliananko.
Sometimes I don't even understand. That is why now I begin to speak up. And we have to speak up.
Of course.
I tell them that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not helping the matter.
Not at all.
But some of them will.
He is the one causing the problem. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot tell me that he doesn't see Darlington abusing China Sanworu. For more than 1 year, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in the Facebook. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu operates, is in the media. He sees all that happens. He sees Darlington insulting and bashing Botu Nworu and the rest of the DOS. And he speaks to him. He speaks to him. DOS sent a member of the DOS to go and see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu 2 weeks ago. It was this Darlington that came out to tell us the whole conversation that took place between Mazi Nnamdi. Charek, and then 1 second. Meanwhile, that conversation between Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and that member of the DOS, it was only 2 of them that held that conversation. There are no 3rd person. So how come the conversation that took place between Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the member of the DOS got leaked? These guys are being set up. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot claim that he doesn't know what these guys have been doing. A lot of things are going on. Come on, hate him. You guys will hate me.
You said that DOS sent somebody to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but this social media bandits, all these hero worshippers, I thought that they said that DOS cannot send anybody to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So what is about that one that they sent? You see, some of them don't understand. You know, I keep on telling them the achievement they are talking about today, saying that Avid, that this and that. Who is Avid? Is he not the same Bridget Okapo? They are those people that send my name today. The same Bridget Okapo they are saying so. They have done a lot of things to me, a lot of wrong in this struggle. Because they know that Mazo Okechukwu is not like them as a hero worshiper. And I can never be like that. I keep on telling them, if Mazi Chike doesn't, the day they said that he sit at home on Chamame, I said if Mazi Chike doesn't was born, I will still come out and call him or say, it's not going to happen. I'm not going to be in support of things that is taking the life of our people, that we fought for over 5 years to stop it. Now you people are coming back and telling me that there will be a statue. Who does that? Who does that? You know, these people think that we are babies. I told them the life that I'm going to live now is not like the one that I've already lived. Some of them thought that I'm a baby. No, I'm not a baby. And I want to tell them, you see all these things that happens in Israeli parliament. These people don't know that Mossad is working with Obasanjo. Before all this thing will happen, they have already asked Obasanjo, is he going to harm Nigeria or not? They say, go ahead, go and speak it. And they are now claiming that we should support Avid. I told them, go to that mainstream, the Zoom, you will see the name they use there. There is nothing like Avid. Like our brother said, very soon now, fundraising will start. Come and support your name. I have told them anything that is not going to be accountability. No expenditure. I'm not going to be in support it again. I am not going to support it. I want them to know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, but that does not mean that I'm not going to ask a question. What is very, very important, because some of them, they cannot ask. That is why, you see, I want them to know that before, this struggle was not like this. This struggle was, you know, OS member. Like, well, I'm part of them. I am part of them, you know. I don't lie to people. I was part of OS member. I don't know this is how it is. But this kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have to make our people to understand what is going on. So, I am not telling you people that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we are not working with him. We are working with him, but Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should help the matter. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the one inside. And people are outside using his name to collect money. And when we are saying this, some of them will say, no, it's not like that. Look at the Darlington that came out and began to shout, Nnamdi Nayanya has stolen our money, has taken our money. But Darlington don't want to call the name who Nnamdi Nayanya said, I'm receiving order from. If this person tell me to release the money, I'm going to release it. If you tell me not to release, and who is that? It's our leader, Onyendu. But they don't want to mention Onyendu. They keep on calling Mazi Nnamdi. According to Darlington last broadcast, he said that since 2021, the POS have not given any money to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What of the money that we contributed under Madam Kenan's care? Where is that money? Where is the money in the Umweri account? Where is the money? I was there, present in the court. You know, when I'm saying things, I'm not just I'm not concocting story or fabricating. I am there. If you see how these people squandered our money, you begin to ask, is this money Mazi Nnamdi Kanu money or the money we contributed? If you see how they were sharing the money that I gave the money to this person like a family something. You see what I'm saying? And I have said this thing to all of them. I am not coming here again to call Mazi Nnamdi Kanu savings. No. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the one that giving them directive. And this directive is not helping much.
At all.
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will give this person another message, another directive from this person, and they want to jam our heads together. That
is what is going on. Only instruction to the ESN. Coordinators in Biafra land and they even got instruction all the way from Sokoto. That is what is going on. Oh no, not pinching. I'm gonna be Hana Zo. I don't know. I have no idea.
Let me tell you something. What these people don't understand is that the Biafra Restoration Project have moved from lower position to higher position. And it has become an institution that is not going to be handled by any single person. You see, sometimes when I speak, I lower my voice and I will be able to give some questions. I was hoping that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to be out. Because if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was out when they were lying to us, because every day they would tell us, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to court, they would tell us Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming back tomorrow, it's coming out tomorrow, we are going to shock you people. I don't even know that the shock that these people want to shock us is for them to imprison Mazi Nnamdi Kanu life imprisonment. That is the shock. They are not talking about what of that promises they have given to us. Carrying a fight case to Aloy Jinako and the siblings that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they cut a deal with Bentanyaku, Sistanyaku. At the end, a war father. They never talk about all those discharged and acquitted from the competent court of appeal that Barrister Joso and Sam Osekomen under DOS, yes, who want to come and dispute it under DOS, ordinary chief, because they've been able to secure that. Nobody wants to talk about it. The same Kanu that told us that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was first trial. They don't want to talk about Kanu that saying that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was after first trial. When we were saying that no, yes, keep him there. We have already secured this one. Let us hold on this one. They said no, because of the gain they want to get. The same Kanu that the same Darlington told us that Kanu was building mansions on the head of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The same Okoko now turned and have told him you should go and find something doing, because there is no how you will tell me that you are a freedom fighter and you don't have a job. It never be done in any place or in the history of humanity. You cannot see such a thing. People depending on somebody, people are in Europe to come and help you for you to speak for your freedom. That means that you are not a freedom fighter. I have contributed my time, my effort, my energy on this Biafra Restoration Project. And some of them thought that I would be zombie forever. The one I'm saying now, I got now to one after the other. I asked them, if you say that some of them that are attacking our Lord, that is saying the truth, you see, a person like me, I will never come and tell you that, Lord, or thank you for what you are saying. Because all this thing is something that I have said over 5 years ago. That this thing that is happening don't supposed to be so. And I also explained to them that you see Simon ever. Oh my God. And let me allow you to continue. But I want to tell them that with all this idiocy and stupidity of these people ranting on social media, I'm telling them they are going nowhere. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should know this. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu never changes the way he's doing things now, nobody is going nowhere. And they should also know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the one in prison. Not only him, we have a lot. But if they find a job, what keep on releasing our people from dungeon, from police custody, and Lord Ejimako have not done anything. Maxwell or Ara have not done anything. He came out in public domain saying DOS my foot. The same DOS Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is telling you that it's my leadership. And you are saying my foot. Nobody, they don't want to talk about it. Leave them. How will Mazi Nnamdi Kanu again? Avid, I am telling them, Avid, they should go and do their own. Because the same Avid, or to remember them, the same these people put my name to deity because I'm fighting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
Really?
They want to send me to court. You know, maybe some of you don't know, there's a lot of things that goes on in my life that sometimes I ask myself, what is all this? The same current has sent me to court because I'm asking him, how can your brother that you say that you loved? Because according to him, he's trying to tell us that he loved Mazi Nnamdi Kanu more than anybody. No, it's not family. One day, common sense. Why I'm asking you, why couldn't you tell us that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in Kenya? Believe you me, I'm telling them all these things they are yapping. Most of them you see today on social media, they are yapping. I asked them, where were they when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was mentioning the Biafra child every single broadcast? Where are they? Office was planning to make me a deputy to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu silence Mazi. Where are they? You see? So I will stop you. Thank you for your talk.
Yeah, thank you for your contribution. Yeah, we'll keep on standing strong. That time has gone. Especially, you don't know what it means to be in a country where people have freedom to speak up. As you are looking at me now, I don't know if there's anybody in this world that I cannot talk to. It's not that I'm insultive, no. I don't insult. But I don't think how the Queen of England, I can talk to Queen. The one that take over now, which is Prince Charles, I can speak to Charles. Call UK Prime Minister Kamaga he speak it to. So why wouldn't I talk to you when you are misbehaving? What parking we no fair? Don't be as an ahol in Donachi. You don't have no there, not cause any problem here. Even in you cannot tell me no more canina na coin you na bali members of the DOS. You are seeing them. You are in communication with them. In easy fuzi. Keduka communication. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu na a member of the DOS in na Sokoto Gasi leaked out to this criminal and he has the boldness saying the whole discussions on his platform. This is a discussion that took place between two people. There is no third party there. That means now Selekana wasn't at that Sokoto. And they engineer, they instigate, fight. They instigate a fight in Okbura, but they mail statement of peace outside. You know all these things. Abiama coordinators. Do this, do that. Don't you know it's a confusion? The whole order comes from a more powerful. Who is a more powerful? Meanwhile, you place people you called members of the DOS that are the leaders. You know, you are causing problem. You need an after it's because you are supporting it. It's because you are supporting it. This leadership took over without penny. Let me not go with the US Bureau. They go ESN. But that very one, in control of, which is the one with Nenayanya. Nenayanya is loyal to you. Nenayanya listens to you. She carries out your instruction. That is why that means what happens to hundreds of thousands of euro na that account. We have suffered enough. Our comrades see they stock up different DSS facilities all over the world. Their parents. Nobody is even caring. Are we still meeting up, taking care of the families of the departed fallen heroes? Nobody is talking about that. This is Hana go sibutewego. Ego nke na Germany account ka kwụrụ ọtọ lacha ya ka family inheritance.